So, I want to start with a moment that I still remember clearly. In the school pickup line, slowly inching forward, my phone started ringing, and it's a guest calling me at that very moment. And they're a little frustrated standing outside the door because their code isn't working. At the same time, I'm trying to unbuckle my son from his car seat, trying to keep the line moving, trying not to hold everyone up. The guest is frustrated, and I'm fairly distracted. At the same time, my response is slowing down. And what made this worse? It wasn't the lock. It was that I didn't know what system was failing in this moment. Was it the keypad? Was it the wrong code? Was it user error? I had absolutely no way to see it clearly in that moment. And that was the instance I realized something. Running an Airbnb without systems doesn't just cost you money, it also costs you peace. And in 2026, this difference matters more than ever. And if you're thinking about starting an Airbnb in 2026, you've probably heard one of these two things. Either Airbnb is dead or it's still easy money. And I have to tell you, both of these approaches are wrong. The easy version of Airbnb is gone, but the professional version, that version is stronger than ever. And y'all, most people don't realize this. Most Airbnb businesses fail before they ever launch. And it's not because the property is bad, but it is because the listing never earns trust. And in 2026, the biggest killer of most Airbnb businesses isn't bad decor. It is, however, the expectation reality gap. And that is, if the vibe in your photos doesn't match the sound, the smell, and the feel of the house in the first 5 minutes, you've lost the review before the guest even unpacks. And Airbnb never warns you about this. Your listing just quietly disappears. Fewer impressions, fewer clicks, fewer bookings. And so today I'm going to walk you through how serious hosts launch Airbnbs in 2026, step by step, using the same systems we use to run our real business, not a side hustle, y'all. And by the way, if you're new here, I'm Seth. My partner and I run about a dozen Airbnbs across 2 cities. We've hosted over 10,000 guests, and we earn roughly about $1 million on Airbnb annually. And while we've been doing this for about a decade, we didn't start out very polished. We started reactive, getting guest messages at the grocery store, on school runs, in the middle of dinner. And this framework exists so you don't have to spend a decade learning the hard way. And if you're listening to this thinking, hey, I don't want to mess this up, I've put together a checklist that gives you everything you need to launch your Airbnb profitably and peacefully. And you can go ahead and grab that down below. All right, let's keep moving. And this part really matters because this video is not for people chasing Pinterest aesthetics or people trying to set it and forget it or anyone that's really seeking passive income over the next 2 weeks. Instead, this video is for people who are seeking to create a calm, profitable business, people who are willing to build systems, and people who want Airbnb to fund real freedom. So if that is you, you are in the right place. All right, so let's answer the real question. Is Airbnb still worth it? A short answer is absolutely, but not a speculation. So Airbnb works in 2026 when you treat it like a business. And so here are the 3 viable paths I want you to consider: owner operator, portfolio builder, or needs-based hosting. And you don't need to pick all 3, you need to pick just one. And if you're watching this and have not yet secured a property, this is the only decision that matters to you right now. Everything else can wait. So ask yourself, which model fits my life as it is today? Not your dream life, y'all, but your real life, the life that you're living right now. All right, let's keep moving. Let's talk about compliance. And I know that may be a scary word to some, but here is the translation. And so when I say compliance, I simply mean making sure your city actually allows Airbnbs. That is it. And in 2026, I'm going to tell you that regulations isn't the enemy. It is just another filter. And so for smart, committed hosts, regulation helps to remove some of the casual competition. And generally, most of the regulations will require a permit, a registration, and a basic safety check. And you can usually accomplish all three of these things on a single form, depending on your city. And here's a quick test you can do right after watching this video. I want you to search your city name and then short-term rental permit and see what comes up from that search. And once you accomplish this step, you've taken an important step forward, actually more than most folks at your current level. All right, let's keep moving because this next part is critically important. And that is in 2026, guests aren't scanning for vibes. They're scanning for trust. And there's a concept in psychology called cognitive load. And what it simply means is that when a guest arrives at a dark house with maybe a confusing entry, their brain goes into threat mode. But if the porch is well lit and the doors open easily and the instructions are obvious, your 5-star review is mostly already decided before the guests even make it into the living room. And I share this because I want you to understand that as you begin to put together your Airbnb, I want you to design for instant understanding, not discovery. And think about it this way. If you have just $100 to spend today, do not spend it in buying throw pillows. Instead, buy 3 warm lamps. That is because lighting reduces cognitive load faster than almost anything else. And here is one action you can take today. Take a photo of your living room, turn it into a black and white. And if you can't clearly see where to sit or drop your suitcase, your space is probably too cluttered. And here's another thing that most new hosts will miss. In 2026, some amenities aren't amenities anymore. They are infrastructure. Things like high-speed Wi-Fi, a real workspace. If your listing doesn't clearly show a desk, a proper chair, and a visible speed test, you're invisible to the highest paying 20% of guests. And these guests aren't going to complain. They're simply going to filter you out when searching for somewhere to stay on the Airbnb platform. And that is why we strongly recommend that you photograph workspaces in the same way like you would photograph the living room, the kitchen, or the bedroom, because these critically matter to the algorithm. And if this video has helped you to see your Airbnb differently, not as a hustle, but as a system, then liking this video and subscribing to this channel is how you help me keep making content just like this. No hype, no shortcuts, just what actually works to help you launch a profitable and peaceful Airbnb in 2026. And we are building out this channel, we are building out this community, and I want you to be a part of it. So go ahead and hit like and subscribe. All right, let's keep going. And in 2026, messaging isn't communication, it is psychological safety. And the top 1% of hosts will use this 4-part messaging system: booking confirmation, pre-arrival instructions, a mid-stay check-in, and then a post-stay review prompt. And some hosts will skip over this one, but that mid-stay message is key. And there you want to send a short, clear message. Something like, just checking in, hoping you're having a 5-star stay so far. And that one sentence, that short sentence, helps to prevent bad reviews before they even happen. And so I want you to take a screenshot of that message and use it in your messaging system. And once you follow these steps, here's why your launch week will feel so quiet. And that is, the Airbnb algorithm doesn't care about your first review. It does care about what is referred to as review velocity, meaning how fast you get your first 5 reviews. And that is why we strongly recommend that as you go live on Airbnb, that you price your listing 10 10 to 15% lower than the comparables in your market. And when you do this, you're not actually losing money. You are, however, building trust. Better yet, you're probably more likely buying some trust. And another thing I want you to think about during this period is to stop editing your listing every day. And every time you make an edit to your listing, you are triggering re-indexing by the Airbnb algorithm. Think about it this way. It's like pulling out a plant out of the soil to check to see if the roots are growing. Instead, give the algorithm about 7 days to reach stability. And what I want to make sure you understand from this video is that most hosts don't fail because they lack effort. They fail, however, because they build chaos, not systems. And in 2026, Airbnb isn't harder. It is, however, much more clear. So if you build trust early and design for clarity and stop chasing some of those trends, this can absolutely fund your freedom. And the next problem that we have to solve for is pricing, because visibility without pricing discipline will still fail. So don't stop here. The next video breaks down how we price for stability in 2026. Not spikes, not stress, stability, because that video is the companion to this one. And so when you pair what you've learned in this video with that one, you're going to be ahead of 90% of the other hosts in your market in 2026. Click here to watch this next video.